Good day, YouTube. Oblivion here, bringing you a video on Genshin Impact. And I know what you're probably thinking, Oblivion? Didn't you used to go by Superman? Yeah, I did, but I used to make YouTube videos on Call of Duty. Black Ops 3 was my biggest. I started with Modern Warfare 3. It just playing Call of Duty wasn't interesting anymore, and then life happened, and just didn't really have the time to be making YouTube videos. I will say that whenever I first heard about Genshin Impact here, I was ecstatic. I'm a big gacha game player. I play Dokkan Battle, Clash of Clans, Kingdom Hearts, Union Cross. But what I like about Genshin Impact is it's a gacha game, but a role-playing game put on a console. I've always been a big console user. So you could choose between the two twins. Popular belief is that the female is better. I've used both. I technically have, because of rerolling, this is my 5th account, and I picked the guy first, and he's my powerhouse on that account. But then again, I don't really have a good bow user, and I didn't start using Barbara, the good healer, until my second main account, which is I got Official on that one. She's the electric bow user that brings out the Raven. Today we're hoping for Venti, but I know just got off track there. I plan on making a lot of videos for this game, I'm gonna be cutting out the loading screens, and you'll be watching me just cut through some chat. If you would rather experience this, talking to people and everything like that, I would definitely recommend downloading the game. It is completely free. This is going to be a free-to-play account. I'm not going to spend any money on this account, if ever, on this game, which is one reason why I've re-rolled for 4 or 5 times. I wouldn't mind Master D-Luke. He's a Claymore user that his element is fire, and when he can use his elemental burst, it's quick succession, and it all deals fire. His ultimate, his triangle move, is amazing. But I would suggest downloading the game if you want to experience this part completely. But I'm just going to be running. You may notice a difference in volume between this 55 minutes and the summoning, because what I'm doing here is this is pre-recorded, and I'm doing commentary over it because I'm speed running this. I wanted total concentration. This part is kind of weird. The slime glitches out. I can't do any damage to it, so I finally decided to just go over and do the next part, and it resets itself. What it was is, apparently this happened. One moment. This right here. I go back and fight the slime, and apparently I lost connection real quick. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much in the future. That would kind of suck. Yeah, reconnecting the server right there. So what I was saying about the rerolls is, from what I gather, there's 4 top tier, 4 S tiers. 1 is D-Luke, 2 is Venti, 3 is Official, and I think The fourth one is called Queequee. I have never gotten it. Apparently, he or she is an ice mage, which is pretty cool. You'll notice that I can't pronounce a lot of these names. I'm not very literate in Japanese names. I will be picking up stuff here and there, and you know, I also kind of skip through the tutorial parts if you want to pause the video as they come up, just so you can read and see what happens. I'll try my best to describe everything that is going on here, but this part is basically straightforward. What takes it so long is the loading screens and the cutscenes. I honestly believe this game is really cool because apparently you can play it on mobile and PC, and I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on it, but I think it's cross-platform compatible. Like, I've played with a couple people in co-op. In the future, I would like to play co-op with viewers. We're gonna kill that fox real quick. That's not as easy as it looks. Usually you want to use a bow user to hunt for meat. I think out of all the ingredients I've gathered so far, getting like steaks is easy because you find boars and foxes and everything, but like fowl, like bird meat, is the most difficult because they are skittish. So like getting close up on them is not a thing you're going to be doing. So we're going to be getting our wind powers right here. This is a statue of the seven where we get our wind powers. We go and find little wind jewels around the map. I plan on doing that with you guys too. Like, this is YouTube's account. Like, everything I do in here is going to go on YouTube. Paimon's just telling us about, you know, the different powers and elements. There's fire, water, wind, earth, electric. In a way, it's kind of like Pokemon, I guess. Every power has its combination. Like if you put water and electric together, electric's going to do more damage to a water type. Fire melts ice, which does extra damage. Water is frozen by ice, and then if you shatter ice, it does extra damage. Like I said, we're just going to be speedrunning this part. It literally took 55 minutes, and you might be wondering, well, why is it 48 minutes? I cut out the loading screens for you guys because some of them were quite long. I see a dragon fly by. That is Storm Terror. We get to shoot at him in a little bit. Just going in my inventory like it wants me to. Now, normally, through the rest of the game, I'm not going to be speed running. I'm actually going to be looking around for stuff and, you know, fighting enemies, opening chests and stuff. It's a big open world game. And that's another reason why I like it. A lot of people are saying that it's a Breath of the Wild ripoff, and honestly, I watched a couple of my friends play Breath of the Wild. I've never played it myself, but I think both games are awesome. It does look a lot like Breath of the Wild, I will admit that, but both games are pretty fun, so I don't see the big deal in it. And because I never got to play Breath of the Wild as a Sony console owner, I think it's awesome that we finally have a game like this.
Don't be afraid. It's all right now. I'm back. Is he talking?
The guy in the green, he's Venti. If in case you didn't know, that's Venti.
Who's there?
And he just disappears and leaves us to fight the dragon. What a wuss. So Paimon's, you know, out of breath here, and then we notice the red thing, glowy thing in the background. And Paimon's gonna tell us it looks dangerous, but let's put it in our pocket. She doesn't have a good feeling about it, but let's put it in our pocket. Let's put it away.
All Paimon knows is that it's dangerous. Best we put it away for now.
Yeah? Where are you putting it? And I like the backpack in this, like the inventory, because you can have 30,000 items in your inventory before you actually have to clean it out. Like that's pretty cool, because with all the, like, for anybody who's played Breath of the Wild, like you get to cook like you do in Breath of the Wild, you have a glider like you do in Breath of the Wild. The only difference is like it's not just one main character. This is Amber. She's the free bow user that you get. Her abilities are she's got the element of fire. She's a bow user. When she charges up her shot, she can send a flaming arrow. Her bunny thing that you'll see later, it taunts enemies and gets them attracted, so she's not in danger. She's the only bow user I have in my first main account, and she's probably the worst character in the game, but if you know how to use her early stage, she's not that bad. Like, if there's anything that we get from re-rolling this account is, I don't care if it's Venti, I don't care if it's Fischl, as long as it's a bow user, I'll be happy. A good bow user is, like, maybe not somebody's playstyle, but walking around the world, you're gonna need a bow user. I think they expected people to keep Amber. Like, I don't think the developers realized that as players we'd realize she wasn't that good. But they made a lot of the puzzles and stuff around the first half of the world. They made it to where you kind of need Amber because she's the only flame bow person you have. On all of my accounts, I have at least pulled one Chang Ling. I don't know how to say her name. She's the polearm Chinese girl. She's in a side quest later as well. She's a reward for clearing stage 3 of 3 of the Abyss Tower. I think that's what it's called. And on my very first account, I was going to beat the stage 3 of the tower and to get her, and then I've actually pulled her. So she's quite new on that account. Need a sip of water here. Throughout the temples that we're going to be doing soon, they do give you, an ice user, they give you an electric user, and they give you, well, they already gave you Amber. And there's a cooking kind of cool little side quest over here to the left, but I did not know. I've never skipped it like that before. I'll go back after we leave Mondstadt again, and I'll do it real quick. You just basically make a chicken mushroom skewer real quick for the lady, and she gives you some free ingredients. One thing I do suggest in this game, no matter how much you reroll, or how many characters you may have, my suggestion is work on one at a time. My first main account, I'm following that rule to the letter. Like my main character here is already level 50. On that account, I don't have as many characters, so it's kind of easy to keep up with that kind of thing. But that's also the account that I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of getting the basics done. My second main account, but one I've been playing since I stopped rerolling. I haven't rerolled like 3 days. And then I decided to go ahead and make this YouTube video. And the reason why I'm showing this part is because if you're playing it on PC or mobile, it's kind of easy to reroll. And it's been said, you know, over the internet that, you know, PS4 is kind of difficult, blah, 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 blah. Like, rerolling on console isn't really ideal. And for mobile or PC, you still kind of have to go through all this, at least right now, until the venti banner goes away, and then I don't know what they're going to put up. But basically, they give you 1,600 in-game Stardust. I don't really pay attention to it. I know it's coins and Starlight or something like that. Basically, they have an in-game shop where you can buy, like, if you play Dokkan Battle, it's Dragonstones. The coins are basically your Dragonstones, and your in-game currency is, well, it's not really the in-game currency. Anyway, you can buy your coins, and every 10 coins is a multi-summon, and basically they give you enough to do several multi-summons in the beginning because Venti's banner, and it's, you know, it's just starting, it's, you know, it's beginner's luck stuff. And so since this is the last day, I decided to show that it's not hard to create multiple accounts for your PlayStation. I mean, yeah, maybe you don't want that many accounts on your PlayStation, but I mean, hey, it's up to you. Mostly it's the time you have to put into the beginning. I don't see us maybe doing more. I mean, my PlayStation's fine. You know, this is the only game I play, like, whatever. This will be the last reroll for a while. In the future, I'd have to look at legal terms, but I might be giving some away, like giving some accounts away, and so people can start with certain characters that they want or whatever. This is a sick game. I've always, like, I've enjoyed these kind of games, always, and the way that they make the cutscenes and everything, I really think that this could be made into like an anime. Here's where we get to fight Storm Terror, shoot at his back a couple times, his booty hole. Just cut out a loading screen for you there. Where, I don't know where we get the lasers for this, or the, you know, what stormtrooper we stole this pistol off of, but I mean, like, I know who's talking to us, but, you know, so I don't spoil anything, like, if they could keep me from falling apparently thousands of feet, like, look at that background, like, we're definitely up in the sky. If this person could, you know, keep me from falling and give me a energy shooter laser beam thing, why couldn't whoever did that, why couldn't they defeat the dragon themselves? Like, I've realized in this game that people are so reliant on, like, a perfect stranger that they have no idea. Like, he's supposedly from a different world, you know, and Like, so much trust in this game.
Are you hurt?
Like, I wouldn't have stuck around to see if he was okay. I would have bolted. Like, I'm gone.
You've actually got the power to go up against the dragon. Are you a new ally? Or a new storm?
New storm, baby. Yeah. Sometimes the one-liners in these cutscenes are so like
These two are
disturbing. I think Lisa is my most concerning side character. Like,
I see.
I think the game was
not
meant
really...
to be played as
First and
the
foremost,
dude,
on behalf of the acting.
but because Lisa, like, whether you're a girl or a guy, she calls you cutie and everything. And first time playing, you know, I played as the dude here, and she was calling him cutie and all this, and like, it's just, I don't know, it was weird. Like, Lisa is my most I have concerns about that character.
This seems to be the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Let's head in.
Alright, Paimon, open that door. Jean! Mean Jean. Now, apparently she's good too.
Jean, what's the hurry?
They don't give you a
meet
chance to
them
like
here.
use
There have
her,
been
but
sightings
apparently
of storm
she's
terror
wind
outside the city.
as
Once
well.
we meet, we must.
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Jean, I've brought them.
I think his name, Lisa's the mage right there on the left, by the way.
And once
I think his name's Kaya.
I am Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This is Lisa.
And
our
in this
resident-
room, whenever you get control,
Sadly,
I would
storm
definitely
terror,
suggest
simply put,
getting all the
Mondstadt's
books on the
elemental
bookshelf
skin
that you
for a mage,
can.
It couldn't get much worse. My skin is one.
We simply ask
I haven't
that you
read the
oppose in
lore, but I
Mondstadt,
plan on doing
while
it
we help
someday.
you seek out your.
good.
Lisa had.
Is that so?
They're located. Storm.
Arab. I trust everyone under.
Some of the dishes that you can cook in this game, I
Knights of
really
the
want to
Storm-
try in
Alright.
real life. So yeah, we're gonna unlock Wish here, and this is where most people try their first actual like summons, but we're gonna save this until after we're done with the 3 temples. Anyway, you got Noel, which is almost guaranteed, and there's Venti's banner. That's the one we're gonna be trying to summon on. If we have any singles, we can summon on the Jean and Diluc banner, just because I'm hoping for a Diluc. But if we don't get him, we don't get him.
Wanna team up with me? Let's all do.
I'll go over the banners more in the summoning part. So, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I finished saying this or not, but this is pre-recorded and I'm doing commentary over it because I didn't want to be concentrating on getting this done quick and commentating it live.
From now on, the adventures will probably get more.
I will have to say, unless it's like a big like boss scene or cut scene or something, the loading screens in this game are very minimum, which is awesome. Just leveling up, learning how to level up our weapons, which, you know, we'll go over more of that as we play more of the game. Again, this is just a quote-unquote speed run. I'm not a speed runner by any means. I might be able to speed run this game at some point, but I still don't know how big it is. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't comment on that thought that just went through my head. But here's the blacksmith. We
Why? Over there.
we can make
Of course.
weapons
All
from
you
him,
need
and
is
I
the
think
ore.
they're pretty
Anyway.
good.
Bring some back and I'll help you.
Each
No
weapon
need.
class has 2 different types. They
He
all
seems like a short-tempered guy. Was it something
like,
we
okay,
said?
so for the one-handed swords, there's 2 different types. One increases, one stacks a maximum of 4 stacks and increases your attack and defense for 6 seconds. Each time you get a stack, it refreshes them. So basically, if you're attacking, you know, non-stop. You're gonna have about 24% attack and defense, and that goes up as you refine your weapons and make more. But making one,
Oh,
I guess
you
it's not
travelers from
hard,
around
but
here
you
as
have
well?
to
What should I
have
cook
a
now?
certain
I'm
dungeon
I
drop
see.
a certain
Welcome,
component,
travelers.
and that's what makes it
That's okay.
difficult.
You won't.
Going
There are
out
some
and
mushrooms and meat in the barrel over there.
mining for the ores is not that difficult. If you'll notice, as I
venturing on an
run
empty stomach.
from place to place, the little
Is it
yellow
done?
stamina
Let me
bar,
try.
it goes down really quick.
Now that's really with your
My second main account, the
that's
one I'm
okay. There's
basically
also-
grinding on the most, I have 200 stamina, and it is 2 of those things and then a little bit of a third one. Like, I can run for so long. I cannot wait to show you guys the inner components of this game. Like,
This is it. One of these
it's the first of its kind.
Storm Terror
It's
has-
literally a
yes, I
role-playing
also-
game with a little bit of gotcha
the
inside of
winter-
it, and it's open world. I really hope that later on, as the game gets more popular, they add maybe some free DLC, extend the map a little bit. But again, I'm not too far into it, so I'm not sure what exactly is out
can use
there.
that console
I'm
to
hoping
open the
to
door.
experience some new things with you guys.
Wow, I can see so far into the temple.
This is just explaining Amber's pyro. So pyro can burn thorns and that hay and boxes and everything. Amber's and Chayling's bears do 2 completely different things. Amber's little bear that you're about to see in a bit, I think I said this earlier, it taunts enemies so that they surround it, and then after a certain amount of time it explodes. If you get multiple Ambers, or if you get multiples of each unit, you get a crystal for their, it's called a constellation.
Go Baron Bunny.
It basically levels up their moves and like their character. So basically, Amber's first node on her constellation, I think it gives her the ability that if she shoots her bunny in the foot with a charge attack, it automatically explodes. I don't see that as being like
Good thing I
very
prepared my secret
good.
weapon, explosive puppet Baron Bunny.
Because I mean, look, you're distracting them, so like, and it's hopping around, so that makes it kind of a hard target to hit.
I'll race you there.
All 3 of these dungeons actually just give you a chance to use the free characters, learn their abilities,
Are those
and it
explosive
gives
barrels
you a
over there?
full team of 4.
Well, one shot should be able to blow them up. Go Baron Bunny.
So what that was a combination of wind and fire. So whenever I use the main character's elemental burst, it does that tornado thing. After a bit in the game, they give you his first constellation node, and what it does is that elemental burst actually pulls in enemies from 5 meters apart. That early game is really good paired with Amber's Go-Go Bunny, because they're distracted, and usually a lot of the
Dragon's breath.
hilly
Is that where
churls,
the power's
which is
coming
what
from?
those enemies are, is they're hilly churls.
Great, but
They're
we
weak
met this
to
in the
fire.
past. But now with Storm,
So
the
if you
winds
get them
change.
sucked in,
So
and
too
what
should
that
our
does
tech.
is
It's
it
what-
sucks up the
speaking of,
elements. Like if it was electro and water, it would be doing elemental supercharge to every enemy that got sucked in. So that is actually, if you know how to do it and you have good characters that you can mix their elements together with that with that tornado, it can get you out of a lot of tight spots. I'm gonna pick up a chest here. Those are mints, and I'm not trying to fight, so I'm just gonna throw out Berry Bunny and have him distract enemies. I really want to fight him, but just to make this as short of a tutorial as possible, I'm really excited to get this part of the video done with, so I can re-roll with you guys. That is the best part about gacha games, especially if you're free to play and you earned enough to, you know, do a multi every now and then. Having a chance like to get a good character makes this game what it is. Like, every character is good in their own right, but like Amber here, you know, she's the most unpopular character in the community so far. I think she's utility wise, that's all she is utility. But I mean, you level her up and she's, you know, she's not bad. Like I said, on my first account that I ever played with, I used her because I didn't get a good bow user.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
And on my second main account, I'm actually thinking of like switching her out from Fischl, because it doesn't sound like a good idea, but I like her ability.
Can you smell something? I am. Oh yes.
And this guy, he's a cryo.
We need to clear out the temp.
Which is ice. He's a cryo user. Their strengths are water, grass. No, not grass. Water, electro, and fire.
Let me show you.
If you mix it with water, it gives you a supercharge or a freeze. If you mix it with
If I'm not mistaken,
electro, it gives you a
the
super
temple should be
freeze.
up there.
Not a super freeze.
Wait, how do you know?
Experience.
Superconduct. Forget what it's called.
The kind of experience you get after years of dealing with things like this
Supercharge,
with
maybe.
others.
But yeah, so you freeze them, and if you shatter them, if you shatter the ice, it actually does extra damage. I kind of like the fact that he teleports behind them and knocks them away, because if you do that right, you can kind of keep them in a group.
Unless I'm mistaken, you don't seem to have a vision. So how exactly is it that
Grab
you're
another
able
hidden
to
chest
channel
here.
elemental energy?
Get some raw meat.
It was a very
So
strange
you might
feeling.
notice those Animo sigils, the little
Something
blue
strange
coins every
happened.
time we open a chest. You spend those at one of the merchants in town. They're worth it when you got a lot of them, and the only thing that the merchant can sell you is gold to upgrade your characters.
Dodge this.
They're very useful early game, so you can ascend your characters when they get to
Finally,
level
we're
20.
Here.
Seems the path ends here. Let's use the wind currents to fly up.
It's funny because all three of these dungeons have a bunch of wind currents in them, but yet there's multiple elements in here. And the only thing there's supposed to be wind temples, like there's 4 of them. We're taking out 3 of them.
What's the hurry?
The issue I have is there's supposed to be wind temples, but there's every other element but wind. The only wind thing is you climbing up on, you know, using the wind currents. I just think that's a little bit funny. Like, they could have made like a... Well, I guess they could have made a level 5 wind boss. There are level 5 wind boss, or there are
Speaking
wind
of,
bosses,
did you know
but they start at like level 20.
Storm Terror was once one of the 4
By the way,
winds.
jumping over those spikes,
I'm not aware of the exact details.
not
If you're
recommended.
interested,
The
you
jumping
can
in
ask
this
the acting
game
Grandmaster about it.
isn't too long, and
Is
doing
that
that,
the thing that Storm Terror is using to
dying
keep
in
its
this game
power?
doesn't really do much unless you...
Seems probable. Let's deal with it. Bravo,
aren't
you
close
are. The battles you just
to
fought
a
were sights to
teleporter.
behold.
Basically, it just
Please do
puts you
visit
back
me. I also know
the last place. Like, if you drowned,
Quite
it just puts
rewarding.
you back where you got
No?
in the water.
We've
Dying in
seized
this
another
game
temple from Storm Terror's
isn't that
Pass.
bad.
I can take
There's
care
like
of the
really
rest
no
here.
penalty.
You go take care of other things while I'm at it.
That's kind of shady. Why are you making me leave when you say there's other
no
things
way
to take
hilly
care of?
turtles organize an ambush like this themselves.
I
Not
was
with their
very
limited
sus
mental
of
capacity.
Kaya when he first came in.
Thus you were behind this.
By the way, in the comment section below, I want you guys to guess what is my favorite element in this game. And here's Master D-Luke. Like, these two in this cutscene right here, they make me very, like, suspicious of both of them.
Knights of Favonius, always so inefficient.
Agree to disagree, but your involvement in this just made things a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, hopefully we get to pull him.
Ready when you are.
Ready when you are. Very seducing voice. And one reason why I chose the brother in this is, for one, I've been playing as the sister the last few rerolls.
Go, Barret Bunny!
But another reason I chose the brother is because this game has the worst male to female ratio there is. Like, there are more female, in my opinion, I've gotten more females in draws than anything. Like Noelle, she's basically a guaranteed Claymore user and Geo user. She's your tank. She's basically guaranteed on your first draw. Barbara, I've almost always gotten a Barbara, I'm pretty sure. She's a good healer. She's a water type. Let's see, who else? Other than my first account, Shailene has been in every single account. And I like Shailene because her bear spits fire, so it's automatic. It's not, you know, Amber's stupid bunny that distracts. And if you can get a good pole arm on her that ups her attack damage or her crit rate or something to make her quick hits a little more powerful, because what it is
Bet you can't keep up
I'm
with me.
running out of breath. What it is the fact that she hits so quick but she doesn't hit hard. So with her, I usually put stuff on her that makes her attack or her crit rate go up. But she is probably my favorite so far. If I could play as Master D-Luke, I wouldn't mind. But the side characters in this game are kind of, they're mediocre in my opinion.
Go, Barret Bunny!
Other than like Shailene. Last temple. Lisa's gonna hit
Don't
on us a
hesitate
little
to
bit.
Come to me if you need good base.
So,
Let's keep this PG, Lisa. The camera's rolling. Another loading screen. Bam. So this is the last temple. It just teaches you how to use Lisa. My first run through with Lisa, I did not like her. But after using her a little bit more, in a couple more
I knew it.
playthroughs,
There is a strong elemental energy coming from deep within this temple. Paimon, are you able to float across? Let's ride this wind current, shall we?
if you break the boxes, you can get some radishes, carrots, maybe some meat and stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to speedrun this, so... If you guys haven't already, if you're enjoying the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And again, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think my favorite element
Leave
in
it
this
to me.
game is. Overload. That's what it's. That's what fire and electro cause. Overload.
It's an electro monument. No wonder. Let me try to activate it with a bit of electro power. Stand back, sweeties.
So basically, if you hold her elemental burst, it basically creates a ring that, after a short while, electrocutes everybody, or everybody within the radius. She's best against water elements. I wouldn't take her up against, you know, unless it's the fire slimes. But like with water, she does this. And because there's water, every electrified unit will start. It'll start chaining, and so
When it
she's
comes to wet
most
enemies,
efficient
I've got them
against
covered.
water types. But hopefully we don't have to use any of these free units. Hopefully we can get ourselves a bow user, maybe a D-loop.
Another wind current.
I
Let's
wouldn't
ride it up from
mind. Okay, so what I really want is either a D-loop or a venti. I wouldn't mind venti because at least it's a good bow user. I'm kind of tired of using Fischl because she's in like 3 accounts and it's just, you know, it's old. I want something new.
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Like I just got Razor on my second account. He's a decent electro type. He's a Claymore user, which is the big two-handed swords. He's, in my opinion, he's a single target character. And early in the game, unless you're going against, you know, like
the electrical
bosses
discharge
or
caused by friction is
elite
only
units,
a little less shocking than love at first sight.
using
you wanna
Razor
know about this
is
gem?
decent.
You're kidding.
But he's not an
You're
AoE
seriously
character.
asking?
Like, none of his
This
moves
is
are
a vision.
AoE.
It's used by the Chosen to draw on elemental powers. In
I don't
terms of
mind. I don't know
mysticism,
what
I
his name
suppose you
is.
could call it a magical lightning rod.
The Ice Claymore guy, Chinese guy. I feel racist saying that, but he's
What? You've never seen a vision?
he's got
Just
a
where exactly
Japanese
are you
name.
from? Are you a
But
hilly churl with
I like
some
his
level of
elemental
reasonable
burst
intelligence?
because you slam it on the
No,
ground,
I doubt it.
and
After all,
any
hilly churls
normal
aren't
or
exactly
charged
known for their
attacks in
smarts.
that
And
area
you're
are
more or
ice
less
attacks.
qualified to
So
break it, and we can head home and relax.
using his elemental
it's one of
burst
those
and then
consolidated
bringing
whip
out
things.
Chei-Ling and her
thought of
bear
Let's head back to the
is
statue of the Seven at
one of the coolest combos
the
I've
Dragon of the
seen.
East, stored though most in Mondstadt
So we're coming up
seem
on
to
the
have
end here.
so
We're
known
about to
because it
leave
has
the
been
third
consuming
temple.
itself from because of
We're gonna teleport
hatred for-
back to
hatred-
Mondstadt.
Hey,
Then we're gonna collect all
as a
the
here.
rewards and everything, and we're gonna take a look at our characters.
Well,
And,
you should come with me. Paimon will tell you about the
I'm
rest
gonna take a
later.
short break,
Oh, you're taking me out?
and we're gonna do some summons, guys. Look at that. We're clearing up the storms. Everybody's like, whoa! Because we're just awesome like that. This game really is, like,
Oh, it's finally
it's the most fun
fall.
game
Wanna
that
go
I've
back
played
by?
in a
If you
while,
find
guys.
out
I
we
would
might
definitely
be
suggest downloading it. Talking about adventure ranks, we can't do the next like story mission or quest until our adventure rank gets to 10 and 15. Basically, adventure rank is your profile rank. Once you get like, you can get for each rank, you can go to the Adventurers Guild and get a reward, and you know, collect items and stuff like that. They give you some tokens to summon with and all this and that. They even have a battle pass that you can unlock after a certain adventure rank. The battle pass is just like Clash of Clans battle pass or Clash Royale battle pass. It's, you know, It's a reward system. So this is why we picked up the teleporter back when we were learning to glide, because we wanted to be able to just come back. Paimon here is going to want some fisherman's toast, which is one of the very first recipes that you learn how to make in this game, and it's all it is a defense boost. So don't make 100 of them like I did my first time. I love the cooking in this game, you know, finding recipes and finding the ingredients to make the recipes. It's one of my favorite aspects of Breath of the Wild and Genshin Impact. This is the merchant I was telling you, use your Animo sigils. I accidentally just bought that stinking red material. Oh well. You want to save up for the constellation jewel thing. It costs about 225 sigils.
Oh, when I...
This is where you get your adventures handbook. There's commissions every day, domains, bosses. You'll use it a lot as you go through the game. And as you can see, I'm rank 7, I think, so I'm just accepting all of these. Rank 10 is where you get your first 4-star one-handed sword.
Sometime when this they are simple, but that will do. Add.
Yeah. Alright. So here we're gonna collect everything in our adventurer's handbook. Right now all we got is experience, but we will unlock more as we get our adventure rank up. In the early stages, adventure rank isn't hard to do. We're gonna look at our achievements here, and I think that's for completing that storyline, opening chests. And then we're gonna look at the mail, and it's gonna have about 1,600 what are those called? Primo gems. They're what you use to buy the tokens. And then, you know, it's gonna give us some food, some gold, some experience. It's gonna give us a sword, some new glider, 10 tokens. Like, it's just a bunch. I don't know when all this stuff is gonna go away. I kind of hope that they still do it even after the venti banner's gone. You know, whenever people want to join, they'll be able to do this and at least get 1,600 to, you know, summon. We get to test run Venti, Barbara, and Noel. No, Official. Small rewards there. Looking at our characters, if you go down to the profile, you can see on X is voiceover, and then triangle is story. As you use characters in your party, you'll do quests and stuff with them. You'll earn companionship experience, and I think after a certain amount, you unlock everybody's story as you go through, which I think is kind of cool. One of these days, I do plan on like listening or, you know, reading the lore, you know, just getting into the depths of this game. But right now, we're about to go summon, guys. Be right back. Alright guys, so we are back. It was a split second for you. It was about 30 minutes, 45 minutes for me. Alright, so what we're gonna do is let's look at our inventory. Alright, they gave us this sword, which we are going to not attach to our main character just yet. Let's see who we get and what weapons we get. Okay, so there's our artifacts. There's our character experience. There's all our food. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, there's our food ingredients, our inventory materials. There's all the books that we've collected. And here is what they gave us. So we have 10 Venti banner tokens, and we have 12 regular Acquaint Fate tokens. These are Entwined Fate, and these are Acquaint Fate. But if you look in the lower left, you see the little star saying 1875. That is how much we have to buy either one of these tokens. So you probably thinking, Oblivion, what are we gonna do? So, we are going to, first, we're gonna go to the wish. This way we don't overspend. Alright, so let me explain the banners. This is, obviously, you could see, called the beginner's wish. 10 set 20% off, which means if you look in the lower right, it's only 8 tokens instead of 10. First 10 set will receive Noelle. So no matter what, your first pull, you're guaranteed Noelle. She's a Claymore user, which is a two-handed sword. Her elemental burst is a shield, and then her ultimate, I don't know what they call that. Her ultimate is basically I think she can swing her normal attacks do geo damage, I think. Anyway, so you're guaranteed to get a Noelle, and then after that, every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least one 4-star or higher character. So basically what we're hoping is that the first one we get Noelle and maybe a 4 or 5-star character. That would be, I don't even know if there's if the 5 stars are in here, but what we're really wanting to summon on is this Venti banner. And if you look in the center where it says Venti, it says up with an exclamation point. He is a 5-star character with basically, okay, so every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least one 4-star or higher item. 5-star promotional characters can only be obtained in the specified wish during the specified time period. So when you summon on this banner, any 5-star has a 50% chance to be a Venti. If you summon and you get a 5-star and it is not Venti, your next 5-star is a guaranteed Venti. And then you have Barbara and Fischl and Shangling on the banner as well. You also have Diluc and Jean on the banner as well. That's why we're summoning on Venti. This will be around for a while, so we can summon on that maybe later. But really, we want the Venti. Let's go ahead and let's start. All right. So first wish, since they're 20% off, we're gonna go with the beginner's wish. We're gonna get our Noelle. There's our guaranteed Noelle. Hold still. And we'll go over all these weapons as we level them up and attach them to characters. Harbinger of Dawn. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer. Emerald Orb. Looks like all we're getting in this one is a Noelle. There she is. Hi, Noelle. Skyrider Sword. Sharpshooter's Oath. Alright, so there we go. There's our first summon. And 135 Masterless Stardust. Alright, so now we're gonna, I guess we'll check our party setup. Quick setup. There, that'll work, whatever. Alright, let's go to the shop. And we're gonna, since this is a free-to-play account, we're not gonna be buying this or this. We're just Paimons, and we need, how many do we have? Already forgot. Come on. We have 4, so we only need to buy 4. Another Noelle banner. Come on. Alright, 4-star hit. I have her in one of my accounts too. She seems like a decent wind user if our main character wasn't already a wind user, so she's kind of useless. I haven't even been reading these off. They're all dupes anyway. Alright, so we got Sucrose, probably butchering her name, another 135. Alright, so here's the meat and veggies of this video. I am kind of excited, but again, I'm a little discouraged because I do have other accounts, but let's go for it. Cross your fingers, give me that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button to give me some energy. Come on, Venti or D-Loop, please. Come on. I don't know what the summoning animation for a 5-star looks like, so if I get one, I'm not gonna know. Who's our 4-star? Barbara. Decent healer at least. Alright. Okay, that's not encouraging. Alright, so we're gonna buy 7 there. And we're gonna buy 3 here. Come on. Alright guys, one more multi and then if we have to we'll use some singles. But whatever we get in these roles is what we're going to be dealing with in this game playthrough until we get some other characters. If I have to, I will save up to try to get the free Razor, but I honestly, unless he's summoned, I don't think he's worth it because he's single target. But let's go. 4-star. These swords are definitely going to be rank 5 by the time we're done. Please don't let the 4-star be a weapon. It's a weapon. Lion's Roar. First time I've ever seen that, so we're going to have to check that out. What is it, a claymore? No, it's a regular sword. Bane of Fire and Thunder increases damage against enemies affected by Pyro or Electro by 20%. Okay, I don't have anybody who can use that. Wow. Let's see what we can do about some singles. Some regular blue ones. Buy 2 regular blue ones. Let's go for it. You never know until you try, right? Alright, come on. Jesus. This is almost as bad as my first. Nope. Alright guys, so what are we looking at? So we got Sucrose and Barbara and Noelle. Let's see.